Thanks for joining me today. Today I got a little drywall work I got to finish up on. I'll see you guys down there. I got this one little spot I got to patch up here. I usually never sand until after the second coat. The first coat I'll put on, after it dries the next day, I'll just go by with the scraper and knock the high spots down. Now I got the second coat on, I'm going to go by, I'm going to hit it with the scraper, and I'm going to start sanding. Okay, you can see here they never put no seam tape, and that's why there's a crack in the drywall. I'm not going to waste a lot of time sanding on this area because I got to put seam tape and more mud. I'm going to get the seam tape and mud on here and move on to the rest of the room sanding. Most people don't like to do drywall because of all the sanding and all the dust. If you gotta do too much sanding, you're not doing it the right way. You want to put minimal amount of mud, but you have to do several coats. I'm going to show you on this first coat. You don't have to do any sanding at all on the first coat. If you're sanding on the first coat, you're doing unnecessary work and making unnecessary dust. Okay, these corners, I just done the first coat yesterday. All you're going to want to do is come through and knock down some of the high spots. This one little spot here to show you. You probably want 4 or 6 inch knife through corners. Get a little bit of mud on the corner that you're going to work on. Make sure you're pushing down really hard. And when I do the corners, I only do one side at a time because you're just going to mess up the first side you get. And you get in there so you can see. You're not going to have hardly no sanding to do it all. Putting on your finished touches, you want to make sure you push down really hard on this knife so you don't get real thick coat. So it's real thin and spread out and tapered. And you want the edges feathered out. Learn how to work the knife, not the sandpaper. You don't want to be spending hours and hours sanding. So far I've sanded probably about 10 minutes in here. I mean, I'd rather spend an extra 20 minutes with the knife than have to spend 4 or 5 hours sanding. Nobody wants to do that sanding. It makes a lot of dust and a heck of a mess. Okay, this seam has second coat. Scrape it down a little bit. I'm going to do this seam without any kind of sanding. And it'll be ready to paint. I'll show you. Now that's the second coat that's on there. I'll get you in here close so you can take a look. All I have to do after that dries is take a damp sponge and wipe over it and it'll be ready to paint. Absolutely no sanding. You're not going to be able to do this on older walls, obviously. far as I can go with the money today. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Tomorrow I'll come back and finish this up.